Rihanna and Chris Brown are back together. They are
come on.
in Miami. They are canoodling. They're reconciling.
It's really ridiculous.
And we have photos of Chris Brown on a motorboat. Or a jet ski, sorry.
You know, he is... No, wait a minute now. He's just trying to find peace with himself and find out what he did wrong. And he thought the best place to reflect is on the water. And so why don't I just take my jet ski and have a really cool, badass time? See, here's what I wouldn't have done if I was Chris Brown in those pictures. Flexed. You know how he did in the first picture? I wouldn't have gone in that direction. I'd go in a different direction. I'd go with a different pose. But, you know, well, look, he's only being encouraged because now Rihanna's back, and now I'm beginning to believe that JR's right. Look, when I'm right, I love to say it, but when I'm wrong, I say it just as much. JR said that this would blow over easier than the Michael Vick situation, and I thought, no way, women are going to be outraged. Everybody's going to be outraged. I was outraged, but if Rihanna goes back to him, man, it really deflates it.
It really does, and I think that there are a lot of people out there who are still outraged.
What I find interesting about this reaction, or what I thought was going to be overwhelmingly poor reaction to this, very negative reaction to this throughout the country, Michael Vick kind of reaction, right? Is that since there is some, but not to the level that I thought, I'm beginning to think, and you're going to find this like a big, of course, that domestic violence is so prevalent throughout society that people take it as kind of like, yeah, stuff happens. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of a shock to me. And maybe I'm being ridiculously naive there. But, I mean, it must be so widespread that people think, yeah, it happens.
Yeah, and that makes me angry. But what makes me angrier is when people say things like, oh, well, she deserved it. She got upset at that text message. She got mad. She probably yelled at him. So that makes it okay for him to strike her. It's not okay, and I hate that mindset. It's a mindset that really needs to be dealt with in America. I don't think it's okay.
No, that's definitely the biggest problem. And now some people are going to be upset at Rihanna for going back, right? Now that might hurt her record sales. And wouldn't it be ironic if Rihanna's record sales were hurt more than Chris Brown's? You know, I mean, look, this whole thing's a mess. But I think I'm really disappointed in Rihanna for going back. Look, we explained in a previous show why she might and how abuse works, and women go back. Sometimes men, but more often women go back. Because they think, no, he was like that, but I'm going to change him. And
right.
There's a Chris Brown who hit me, but there's a Chris Brown who, you know, is loving, etc., which is easy enough to do. But there shouldn't be any Chris Brown who hits you.
There shouldn't.
Right. And the other thing about this case, I know this is all fairly obvious, but I can't believe that there hasn't been a stronger reaction, is that he didn't just hit her. You know, maybe I could understand the thing if somebody says it happens. If he slipped and he hit her once or slapped her or something, it's still absolutely positively outrageous and should not be tolerated. But I could see other people saying, hey, it happens, right?
Right.
I could see that reaction. But he beat the hell out of her.
He did beat the hell out of her. And those pictures have been released. Everyone has seen them. And Rihanna's got to understand that she is a public figure. She serves as a role model for a lot of young women out there. And she's basically sending out this message, whether she knows it or not, that, hey, if your boyfriend beats you like this, it's okay.
I mean, look at this. If somebody says to me, hey, one slap happens, right? I say, I disagree with you, but at least I can begin to understand that. This punching in the face 800 times and then Rihanna winds up looking like that doesn't just happen, right? So, but look, JR, if this continues for another couple of months and it blows over, I'm going to officially call it and say you were right and I was wrong.